Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dynasty. Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. It's your boy, Cheesemo, back with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Basketball clip. So, I was driving yesterday because I was going to apply for a new job or whatever, and then my friend messages me and he's like, yo, I know this guy on Discord. He plays Master Duel a lot, and he wants to duel you. And I said, does he know who I am, Badness? And then my friend's like, not really. Well, I kind of told him you play the game and stuff like that, but you know, he rarely plays or whatever. But yeah, he wants to see how good you are or whatever, I guess. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what deck does he use? He's like, oh, he uses Speedroids. I'm like, Speedroids? I'm here driving in my car thinking Speedroids is not going to be hard to get around. They got gas, but they don't. If they're only going to end with like one Omni negate or whatever, then or one monster negate, you know, that's not going to be enough to stop my deck. So I get home. He followed me, which is good. I followed him back. I was surprised that he was you know, a low rank duelist. You know, like it really shows he doesn't play the game. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy. I could just get on my, you know, YCS Horse Utopia deck and clean up shop. But the biggest issues that I have with using my YCS Horse Utopia deck in custom matches is that like I brick so bad to the point where the game doesn't even want me to play. Doesn't want me. Like, look at this hand. I have Extended Sage, Ash, Edge Claw, evenly matched Red Reboot. You know. Since Utopia decks can't run 15 hand traps because it's not a one-card combo deck, I emphasize, or you know, I focus on just using board removals. That's kind of like what I focus on doing. So evenly matched nibs, pretty much what I concentrate on. So when I'm going second here, and this guy pulls out the Elemental Heroes, I'm like, this ain't fucking Speedroids, you know. But obviously, as a duelist, as a competitor, as a streamer, as a player, you gotta be prepared for any and everything. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I'm up against an Elemental Hero player. I know how to beat the deck. You know, obviously, you gotta use your knowledge. Knowledge will help you out in scenarios like this. Now, if he wanted to, he could have fucking added his, you know, that Destiny Hero card, tribute those monsters, and I couldn't activate any monster effects, right? That could have been a good scenario. Plus, he did send me DP as well, which is also pretty good. DP would have been very fucking annoying to deal with. But I'm pretty sure with DP, he has to pop a card on my field and his field. So if I activated evenly match and he popped evenly match on chain 2, I'm pretty sure his card would disappear, but like it would banish his whole field except for like no cards, right? So if anything, it wouldn't really be wise to activate DP's effect. But he did something completely different. Now, I don't like dueling matches because like I don't get the hands I get in rank. Like if I take the same deck, like I don't know if you guys watched my stream. I think it got like over 100 views. I think it was part 2 of the Xyz Cup. I'm in the Xyz Cup, and then I decided to take a break, play like custom matches for an hour or whatever. And like, bro, I'm bricking like it's like you know, like I called Bob Builder as a contractor to build my house. That's how much I'm bricking. I'm bricking so fucking bad I can't even do anything. But I didn't really care if I won or lost. You know, it's custom matches. I'm playing against friends. I'm playing against subscribers. You know, it's not really a big issue. But man, you know, like I'm up against my friend's friends. So, you know, I want to give off a good impression. I'm here with a decision. I can do full comp mid board and just summon, you know, double and go into my plays. Or I could do this play, which is smarter than get my extender from the graveyard. So he negated my shit. And I'm like, oh, fuck. There goes my extender. Like, that's not good. I'm like, I don't have Automata pickup to change my cards to, you know, level 4s or whatever. I don't have any negates. I'm like, I'm cooked right now if he drew a good card. So, I'm here waiting for him to make a decision. He activates favorite contract, so I don't want him to do any plays this turn because I can't protect anything this turn, right? And I know which card he was going to summon anyways with the favorite contract, so I was like, yeah, fuck that. And then I drew into Astrotopia, and I'm like, let's fucking go! I was so amped. So this guy's using Elemental Heroes, so even though he barely plays the game, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have good decks. You know, I was coming to the conclusion that my friend, you know, like since he's low rank or whatever, you know, he doesn't really have any good decks. I'm kind of surprised he fell for that little activation, but it's honestly a good negate because I would have got Xyz Tactics and drew into cards because like, look what the fuck's in my hand. Like, you know what I mean? There's not really much I can work with here. I have to deal with one fucking trap card, which he activates now. So like, he's not dumb. Like, it's not like he's sitting there waiting for me to like do shit, right? So now I had to think. If I was an Elemental Hero player, which fusion card would I summon ignoring its summoning effects? Then I'm looking around, and I see this card, I'm reading its effect, and I'm like, oh, you could just pop my cards on my field to the amount of materials he used to fusion summon it. So I'm like, okay, if he's going to summon that, then I can't do the full combo to get 4 materials on my 99. I'm gonna have to quickly summon some shit and negate and protect my stop that effect, pretty much. Ugh. So he goes to do that. But, you know what I mean? Like, I could have still done full combo and protected myself with number 39 Utopia. Sage would have still protected Utopia anyways. But I just was thinking long term, like, what if he has some extra shit he can do, right? And besides, I also want to beat over his card. His card's going to be 4,600 attack, and I don't want to leave it on the field because I'm pretty sure it's once per turn he can just nuke the board. So the reason I'm kind of like I was like stalling a little bit there was because I was debating on whether I should get rid of like normal summon over Hope Harbinger, get a trap negate, right? But then like he's on Elemental Heroes, so like it's really spell heavy deck. So I think keeping Hope Harbinger on the field was like the smartest play. And it was the smartest play because he could have done a 1-card combo just with that one Foolish Burial. So we stopped that. And then I think he surrenders here, I'm not sure. But yeah, don't underestimate low ranks. Because, you know, there could be some people that just haven't played the game for 3 months, but they still have like a lot of good decks. So I put my card in defense mode, I attack him for game. So that's game 1. Elemental Heroes, and I bricked, you know. So yeah, I really hate custom matches, but I don't take them that seriously. I learned how to mature in a way where, you know, like it's not really that serious. We can have fun. There's just certain Yu-Gi-Oh friends that my friends have that I don't like to associate with because they take the game so seriously and they try jerk around whatever deck you're using thinking they're smarter than you or they know how to build a better deck than you, but then when you call them out on, okay, why don't you build my deck 40 cards and try to rank climb the diamond or try to rank climb the diamond 1 or try to rank climb get to fucking diamond 1 going second. Matter of fact, I told one of my friends, he uses Naturia Horus, which is a really powerful deck even without Calamity in it. I told him, okay, since your decks are consistent, which it wasn't, because when I dueled him on stream, he kept fucking bricking every single duel we had. I was like, try to take your Naturia Horus deck, since it's so good, it's 40 cards, right? Go and get to Diamond 1. You can use Naturia Horus, but do it on stream. And then like, he can't really say anything to that. because he knows it's impossible for him to consistently go second and win. Then he's trying to say shit like, oh, I got Nib in my deck, and I got fucking evenly matched in my deck. And I'm like, I've still climbed rank without those cards. You know, those cards don't make me win, you know, but they do help. They do help with like board wipes, but not every single duel that I do, you know, I win based off that, you know. So I don't know. There's just certain people in my friends groups that I don't like to fuck with because they take the game too seriously in custom games, and they try to tell you how your deck can be better when they've never used the deck themselves. Like, I've gotten to Diamond 1 with a 60 card deck. I got into Diamond 5 with a 60 card deck. You know, it doesn't really matter about how many cards in your deck. It only matters about how consistent it is and what your draw 5s are and how often you do full combo. And can you win without full combo? Can you win going first and second? Can you win with no Horus? You know, like, can you win with just your generic cards, no full combo, and just figure out a way to pull off a victory? Like, all these things combine into one. Like, Master Duel is designed where you don't go first all the time. So if you build a first going deck, the game is going to punish you and make you go second 5 games in a row and then go first maybe 1 or 2 games in a row. That's just how it is. Decks are good based off of how good they are going first and second, not just going first. Like, I could build a 40 card Utopia deck, but I'm probably going to brick more than everything because I can't put in any of my board removals in the deck, and I can barely put any hand traps in the deck. But if I did put hand traps in the deck, I'm still going to brick anyways because my deck's not a 1 card combo deck. But it is what it is. So the second duel here, I have full combo, no interruptions, no droll. We're comboing up here. I'm doing a lot of things. I don't really need Maxi, and we're just setting up our 10 interruption board. Now, Elemental Heroes are a powerful deck. It's anime deck versus anime deck, so I'm kind of like in a good mood right now. But like, Elemental Heroes tend to run a lot of droplets in their deck, at least minimum of 3 droplets. So, you know, I was just kind of preparing for the worst case scenario. But yeah, I did a pretty good job setting up the board. I feel like this guy, like, even when I was talking to my friend about him, like, he understands the fundamentals of this game. He knows what to negate, what not to negate. He knows how to, like, set up things and do stuff. So, you know, I don't know. I'm grateful for the people that I duel because it makes me learn a thing or two about the deck and things that I didn't know that the deck can do or pull off. You know what I mean? So that's how I get better as a duelist. I've only gotten this good because I've lost so many times. That's the only way I was able to figure out how to really start winning, or what boards to make, or, you know, what scenarios to do. That card that he sent to the graveyard is a 1 card combo, so I'm gonna negate that. I'm not letting that pop off. He uses Foolish Burial as a bait, but that always starts off his combo. But if I don't negate Foolish Burial and he sends the monster and negate the monster, then I just killed 2 birds with 1 pretty much. And he really bricked because all he has is Spell of Traps in his hand. We just, and we're gonna go for game. But before I go for game, I was gonna summon Happy in case you know, he has any board removal or whatever, or anything to destroy my cards by card effect. And I just attack him for game. I don't know. Being a Call of Duty player, and especially training like over 150, you know, people into like really good COD players, if there's one thing I know is not to underestimate the weak. Now in a card game, it's really hard to tell if somebody's weak or not, because knowledge is a really big factor that allows you to win 99%, well, 95% of your duels. No, 90% is knowledge. So if you already know how to beat a deck or stop a deck before it combos off, then it's over. You know, he drolled me. So like logically, if I didn't have King Sarcophagus, I would have kept Galaxy Karibo in my hand, and I wouldn't be able to really do anything. But I kind of like, let me at least set up a monster gate. Let me at least set up a monster gate. I'm happy and pass. But that's pretty much the best that I can do right now. Because he changed his deck. I don't know what deck he's using. So, like... But my friend told me this kid likes to use Speedroids. So I was like... And believe it or not, he brings out like an anti-meta deck. Dinomorphia, you know... After I got my 3 wins, I had other shit to do. And I had to cook. So I had to cook dinner. I wasn't gonna sit there and duel Dinomorphia for like 20 minutes. Do I have the out? Yes, I got evenly matched in my deck. I have red reboot in my deck. You know, I do have the outs for these things, but like Dinomorphia is one of those decks that is a first going deck. But even if they go first, set all their traps to activate it on your turn. But that's the whole idea, right? But the fact that I had red reboot, I already knew that I won this game. But I just want to show that, like, you know, there is no weak duelists in Yu-Gi-Oh! There, you know, everybody has an idea of how to play this game. And everybody has the mindset to be the best. It's more or less, can your deck out everything another deck or another duelist can do? Like, if you had to face every single deck in a rotation, how well does your deck do against all those decks? Because if you're only beating like 1% of 5 decks, so out of 5 decks in a rotation, the top meta, and you can only beat 1, you're going to be cooked in rank. If you can only beat 2, you're going to be cooked in rank. If you can beat 3, that's like the 50% margin, that's pretty good. But you definitely want to be around like beating at least 4 of them, you know what I mean? And 5 only scenario if like you had a gay ass hand, you know. But no deck is perfect unless it's tier 1. But even the tier 1 decks, like no deck is really perfect. You just have to have the out to everything your opponent's going to be doing. So what I'm doing here is all his traps are negated. I'm just setting up another Omni negate so that, you know, just to be safe, you know. And then attack for game. But yeah, this was a good set against my friend's friend, and you know, that's just the name of the game. So I hope to see you guys in the possibly stream. I might stream today. If not, then I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll definitely stream tomorrow. Easy.